Welcome everyone tonight to the Core Racing League. This is our GT 6th season. We've got this one going on now. This is week 7, Canadian Tire, also known as Mosport. We're going to run tonight with these following rules in place. The drivers will have one fast repair in the pits. These are fixed iRacing setups, medium downforce if memory serves correct. Be run tonight, run all these cars. 50% fuel in their tanks, and they get a drive through after 25x, and then each 10x after that. We are into qualifying now, and looks like we got a couple times already set here. Looks like Parks Dela Cruz taking provisional pole with a 107.297. Nickerson setting provisional pole in GT3 with a 116.1. These guys were a little bit quicker in practice, I saw earlier, so let's all right. In the car here and see exactly how it's looking for him here. You can kind of see this track as we're coming around here. Tilford with a 15.9 provisional there. And you can see this is Moss Corner here. Yeah, so much of your time on this track is how quickly can you get back on the throttle in Moss without running wide there. You know, how brave can you be on the brakes going into it. See me running down the long, I guess, back straight here. Giving him a chance to get up into 6th gear. And then I say that, Nick doesn't grab 6, just kind of hangs out there on the rev limiter on 5th for a minute. Dropping it back in here through the S's. Ooh, runs a little wide there. Christopher Hamilton with a 15.9 as well here. Let's see what Nickerson does there. Well, regardless, that gives... Oh, Ponzi with... Yeah, I don't know if y'all can notice, but look at the times there. These guys are all very close together. Looks like we got about another 5 minutes of quali left here. Let's see, who do we still have out on track? Looks like Thaddeus Marshall here. Got that LMP2 wound up. And that 212 paint livery by Parks Dela Cruz. You can see the, ooh, a little wide there at that. Let's see who else we have. Dave Tilford doing a little bit of laps around here. Another one of the 212 paint jobs put out by Parks Dela Cruz. So, as you can see there, pow. Zoom. What does it say on the other side? Rar? Roar.
That's what she said.
Oh, thanks, Michael. Alright, so we've got that. And just over halfway here. Also showing Kelly Pointer still out on the track. As you can kind of see from the out cam here, these little sweeping S's, especially with the Porsche, you can take pretty hard. Yeah. David getting a little bit of practice coming into the pits there. We see Kelly. Where is Kelly here? Where is... Track. So he just headed through Moss here. Things looking good, not showing any drop frames, so hopefully we've got that point under control. Let's pull it up. Here. Kelly, I believe, is just putting in a few extra practice laps there. And turn 2 going down into that left-hander, off-camber, blind entry. You know, always a fun little feature here at Mosport. Let's pull this up real quick. While we But as you can see here, looks like only having Porsche show up tonight in the LMP2s. Not quite sure where James Pierce is tonight. So looks like our resident Canadian Tyler Keiko may have a chance to win his home race here.
Hey guys, are we good to advance it?
So we have to do this. Oh. Have to disable the voice chat there. Let's see, Barry's going with Tim Ponzi in the GT3s. Barry, not a bad choice at all, but honestly, looking through here, you know, the time difference between Ponzi, Nickerson, Tilford, and Hamilton is not very much at all. Looks like let's pull up our grid stats here. Here we go. As we will take pole here, will be Parks Dela Cruz with a 107.297. In second, we'll have Tyler Keiko. Right there. It looks like he is just a hair off with a couple hundreds. Thaddeus Marshall here in third. And Powell Casca there in fourth. Tyler Bramble over there. Oh, not seeing Bramble in a... Bramble is not running the male livery. Looks like he is in another 212 racing, so I believe that's official. That is an entire LMP2 class of nothing but 212. As we will go over here a little bit while these guys go around. There we go. Showing Tim Ponzi here in that Porsche, taking her pole in GT3 with a 15.803. Nickerson and yet another Porsche there, about 700s back. Tim Ponzi. No, wait, not Tim Ponzi. Oh, I see what's happening there. So no, guys, that Chris is running the safety car livery. That is not the safety car in the middle of the GT3 field. Looks like he will be your fourth place. Dave Tilford there, number 12 in that Porsche. We have Kelly Pointer in the Ferrari, the number 75 in fifth. Sixth will be Mason Smith. Yeah, a little ways down to see Mason. Beavis Ubasin putting in a nice time here in sixth. Craig Potter there in seventh. And seventh, yes, sorry. And then after Craig, you have Tim Thompson over here in ninth, and then showing 10th being John Crane. Dominique Ford and Lee Porter showing them in here, but they did not seem to make the start. We are going to go back to following this and going back into here. Let's clear that. Show the race thing here. Kelly, going with yourself, can't blame you at all. You know, you're definitely having a chance tonight. See if that Ferrari has a little something for all these Porsches. You know, looking through here, you know, one Ferrari, one Mercedes, one Lamborghini, and showing Lee Porter in an Audi, but not showing him out on track currently. So I don't know if they're starting from the pits or what, as the LMPs get away. And Parks Dela Cruz taking the lead there. And as that Tyler Keiko right behind him. And Thaddeus Marshall is to kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, or 7 into line. Tim Ponzi coming down here into 2. Let's get a little track map up here for y'all. Tim. Go back up here up front with these guys here. Parks Dela Cruz will lead the first lap. Tyler Kakeko, Thaddeus Marshall, and Powell Casca. Tyler Bramble running, just getting on with this race. Nobody trying anything too crazy. We'll catch Ponzi here and Nickerson going down into one. You can see just how rough that turn one is. Ponzi putting some tires out on the dirt along with Mason back there. So it looks like nobody's getting caught out by cold tires. You can see John Crane in the Lambo in the field. Mason there in the Merc. Oh, showing a little. There you go. Oh no! What happened here? Oh! Dad got into... Dad, I think you may have broken the transmission on that one. Ouch. Yep, showing Thad had jumped to the pits there. As Parks Dela Cruz still out here in your lead. Let's see, yeah. Reload our overlay real quick and see if it happens to pop back. There we go. That's got things looking right again. Yeah, Barry, that may have been a little premature going with Thaddeus there. He might be able to come back from that, but that's going to be a hard ask already being a lap down now, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like Kelly Porter all over the back. Dave Tilford here. Gotta go to this left front suspension here. Watch. See coming through Moss here. Kelly just getting that line perfect, just barely kissing that inside curve. Turn that down a little bit. That up a little? Alright, there we go. Going Tyler Kakeko going off track here. Oh! Missed that earlier. So that's going to put Tyler. Oh, man. That, I believe that'll be a fast repair that'll have to be used. So definitely not what the Canadian wanted to see here at his home track tonight. And yes, Tyler, you're welcome. It's on the broadcast. Go back to this battle here in GT3. As it appears, Mason... back here where Kelly got around, or sorry, Mason getting around Kelly here. Must have got a better exit there and just hanging it on the outside here. Brave move by Mason, but he gets the inside back for there. Almost makes it look textbook. Jump back to live here. As you have Kelly, Mason, and David there. It doesn't even look like the camera changes for those guys. As up front, it is Chris, Nick, and Tim. You know, these guys are all just right on top of each other, about 3/10 apart, 4/10 apart. Not giving any space, really. So we go back here a little further back. Looks like a B trying to run down Craig Potter here. Like Tyler and Thad are back out on track after taking their fast repairs there. We'll check back in here with Parks Dela Cruz, leader, 15 seconds over Powell Casca. Powell after having that little of an incident. And that has promoted Tim Ponzi up to 3rd place overall. wow. Looking like Bramble may have had a little bit of an incident here. Ooh, locks up and just kept going straight. A little bit of a battle going on here. Looks like Mason going around Dave Tilford here. It looks like, according to SDK, they may have traded positions here a few times. But Mason taking it from him there. David sending it back under. Not quite enough to hang on to it there. And that has put Mason Smith up to 4th in GT3. So we will have to see, can Mason run down that gap, which is 3.2 seconds up to Chris and Nick without a draft. It looks like he is slowly closing that gap though. Down to 2.9. Steve Mason has figured out something that'll let him, and you can see the gap there that he has to make up. As we check back in here, it looks like our leader, Parks De La Cruz, has already started after 7 laps to try to make his way through some GT3 traffic. Go through some of these cameras we have here to watch Parks go around the course. You can kind of see the speed difference between these guys here. You can see the LMP going around the outside. I have to wonder what kind of effect having Parks come through this pack here is. Park's going to wind up creating a little bit of a gap for Nickerson or Hamilton to try to make a move there on Ponzi. As jumping up here, Nickerson is all over the back of Tim Ponzi there. That is a lot of pressure, I know, to be driving, having Nickerson right on your tail. That is going to put, Parks with a 15-second lead over Powell Casca there, and then another minute back to Tyler. Tyler has already managed to start coming back through this GT3 field here. Looks like Tyler gets through the GTs cleanly here. Yep. Have to see if going around the outside of that cost Tim Ponzi anything. Doesn't appear to be really a ton, but letting the GT3s through looks like it's cost Hamilton about, I'd say at least 3 or 4 tenths. Mason Smith now 2.2 behind Hamilton. Definitely weird to see Chris here in the Porsche tonight, not his normal Mercedes. You can see Mason getting a little out of bounds there almost. Check in with Powell Casca coming through, passing both Kelly and David here. You can see a little bit of damage, I believe, on the right front. Let's go to that right front camera here. Look at that compared to the left front. It's that left front, not roll bar. Left front. Right front. Yeah, I think we got a little bit of damage. Right front there. Probably have to find the... It's going to be the rear chase. Yeah, you can kind of see that passenger side, the canard and up, it's pushed in just a little bit. So that'll definitely be costing him a little bit over parks until he can get in the pits and get that fast repair to get it changed. So you can see him going around the safety car of Christopher Hamilton. Yeah, it's just... I'm not going to get over that. It just looks weird. But good job on the paint job. I believe that's another one of the ones done by Parks de la Cruz. Check back in here with Craig Potter. Normally in the Ferrari, I think this is the first time I've seen him in the Porsche this year. Then we have Tim Thompson here in the Speed Monkeys Porsche. Go through here. Let me see if I can't find the little... Where is the battle? When you can see our top three here. Last two laps. Here's. Looks like Parks is slowly pulling away from Powell Casca here. Oh! You see Powell getting a little loose there. Thaddeus Marshall has made his way around the GT cars. And we still have this battle. You can see these three right here, and you see Mason in the back of the shot. Hamilton fastest lap with a 1:15 last lap. He is definitely trying to get back to the back of Nickerson and Ponzi here. So let's check into our weather real quick and see. Looks like a track temp of only 70, so again, I guess Carl is just not making these scalding hot tracks that we're used to. Going back through the field here, let's check in and see the battle here between Kelly and David. Just kind of holding station here. Nothing too crazy. We're a third of the way into this race, just past the 15-minute mark. We have Abivaj Awesome here. Looks like he has been slowly making up some time there on the number 13 of Tim Thompson. Looks like Nickerson might be ready to try to take a little bit of a look around Ponzi here. As they're a little bit of a battle that's brought Chris right to that 1 second window. Yeah. Checking it back in here with your leader, Park Sella Cruz. As you can see on the track map, that everybody has gotten spread out just a little bit. Looks like he is coming up on the back of Tim Thompson. Gonna catch him. Maybe not in the best little spot, but as you can see here, yeah, Nick is looking for any line, any difference he can get around Tim. And he's just all over the back of that Porsche. Yeah. But their little battle has allowed Christopher Hamilton to suck back up to right about a half a second. So I do have to wonder, with Chris putting in some fast laps, was he saving his tires a little bit? Looks like Nickerson is going to try to go to the outside of Ponzi here. Uh-oh. Showing Dave Tilford going off track here. Oh no! Uh-oh! Watch out there. Alright, David. Get your head down, get back in the game, and go chase back after Kelly there. Showing John Crane having a little off-track incident here in the Lambo. Oh! Good recovery by John there, it looks like. That, Lambo generally does not like being off the track like that. It looks like our leader, Park Sella Cruz, is in the pits. It is up. He's at least taking some tires. And that has put Powell Casca up into the lead for right now. At 18 minutes, if you double it, it will be... Yep, looks like our LMP2s will definitely be having to make 2 stops tonight. Bramble had to pit on lap 5 because of his incident. But 5 minutes in, he might, maybe, if he does a little bit of fuel saving, may be able to prevent a extra pit stop. Might be enough to get him a spot or 2. Oh, showing Nickerson going off track here. Ooh, yeah, just got a little wide there. Chris gonna look on the inside. No, decides better of it. Let's give Ponzi just a little bit of breathing room. As you can see, these guys, one long straightaway, and the draft has all sucked them right back together. You know, these top 3 here in GT3, you really could throw a wet blanket over them. Alright. Let's see here. Next was the battle on the track. Other than these, could be going to be Dave Tilford trying to run down Kelly Pointer here, about 3 seconds away. Check back in with these guys. Gonna keep it on Nick, kind of in the middle of the group here. We should be able to keep the other 2 in camera shot because of it. As we are almost halfway, we're going to do a little love to hear it segment, and I will mute my mic and turn these guys up here a little bit. Alright, come back from that little thing, and apparently don't click on the mouse name because I don't have a button to turn it off easily. So, looking in here, Tyler Keiko in the pits now. We have Tim Ponzi and Christopher Hamilton. Nickerson decided to stop and get himself some fuel. I'm wondering if he thinks he can run a little faster, not being right behind Ponzi, if he's going to try the strategy of hopping Ponzi here in the pit lane. Looks like we have a taker also in this strategy of Dave Tilford. See Mason right here on the back of the 35 of Parks de la Cruz. Well, yeah, off tracks can be a little bit of a thing here. Let's see. Showing Mason with 8 off tracks. That seems about what I would imagine there. Seen him go a few wide a couple of times. Showing Kelly Porter with none or Parks de la Cruz. So maybe these guys keeping it a perfectly clean race. As Mason is into the pits here. Ponzi is into the pits. We will have to keep an eye. If you look over here in the thing, we have Nickerson here coming up. We'll have to see. Will Nick manage to jump Ponzi in the pits? Ponzi has started to roll. Here is Nick. How's it going to shake out? Nick going to be going full speed here. Is he going to have something for him? No. Ponzi's in laps must have been just a little faster than Nick's. Checking over here. Nick 14.23 in the pits. Ponzi 14.63. So just a little faster for Nick there, but not quite enough to get him around Ponzi. Showing Powell Casket in the pits for the second time. Guess he decided maybe a little short pitch strategy possibly. Because if they made it 18 minutes, that would be just enough to make it to the end. Ramble here in the pits, see if he's got enough to... I think he's doing a little mid-air burnout there. Not sure that's going to help his tire temps. Here we go. Checking out our leader here. Parks de la Cruz, almost a full lap on Powell Casca. But Christopher Hamilton's still out here. So running about 0.2 quicker than Nickerson last lap. We will see this time around what kind of time Ponzi manages. As Chris is in the pits. See if he can make this counter strategy work out for him. You can see Ponzi's coming up here for this. As the iRacing safety car is taking tires, folks. Alright. Check in with Ponzi coming out of the final corner. Chris, is it going to be just enough to get him ahead? As they are coming around here, it's going to be close. As it appears, Chris Hamilton in the pits manages to get past Tim Ponzi. Looking at our pit lane time here, we'll see if that's what it was. 37.8 on pit road, 13.2 seconds. So yes, in fact, I don't know if Chris took a little less fuel. Maybe he was back there fuel saving a little bit in the back. But that has given him track position. Looking at their best laps, Hamilton is in fact 0.07 of a second faster than Ponzi on his fastest lap, and about 1/10 of a second over Nickerson. And we have Mason Smith here, 4.5 seconds behind Nickerson. But yeah, these top three have put the hammer down and are on the move. Dave Tilford coming up behind Beavers of Awesome here. Gonna hang it around the outside here of turn number 9, I believe. Exactly the point. You want to start turning into that corner and have a LMP2 there on your inside, but good job by these drivers here. As let's see here, this lap, well, it'll be next lap for us to get a representative lap time out of Christopher Hamilton here. But he's gotten that gap up to 0.8 of a second. Nickerson down there, 0.3 on the back of Ponzi. All right. Going through here, see Parks and Powell. Parks is trying to lap Powell Casca here on track. As you can see, last lap, Parks had about a full second a lap on Powell Casca. Parks going to send it around to the outside of Mason there. Has Tyler Kakeko right behind him. So Tyler is only about 2 seconds back behind Powell Casca. So Tyler going to try to challenge for that second place. Looks like Tyler pitted on lap 21, Powell on lap 23. So it's going to be close, but maybe Tyler can hold the fuel out, make up one of those pit stops. Check back in here, and yes, Hamilton almost got that stretched out to a 1 second lead. See, a last lap of 15.99 versus 16.30s. This time around, we'll have a 15.89 to a 15.99. So Hamilton with it was hammer time, in fact, for Christopher Hamilton. And we'll have to see if Ponzi has anything for that. The LMP coming through the field looks like it has given Chris a little bit of a thing here. And it looks like the LMPs coming through have opened the door for Nickerson to get around Ponzi. So all the drama all the time here. And that has opened a little bit of a gap here, giving Hamilton a little bit of breathing room. 1.5 seconds, that's enough to break the draft. See if he can pull away from Nickerson and Ponzi now that they do not have that. However, if they work together, they may be able to do a little bump draft, a little bit of shake and bake to try to catch Chris. All right, coming through here, let's see, who do we have else? Track check in. Yep, you got these three here. Powell's still there, and Tyler following Parks de la Cruz last lap. Yep, Parks is still faster. Got held up with a little bit of that traffic, but We'll have to see. And then Thaddeus Marshall back here in 4th place. Not the showing he was hoping for tonight, judging by his earlier times in practice. Oh. There was the 221 of Powell Casket getting a little sideways. Gonna be able to let nope, maybe, yes, possibly. Have Tyler going around the outside here. That's going to promote Tyler Kakeko, our resident Canadian, at his home track up into 2nd place. As you see, Parks de la Cruz, our leader here. Well, it looks like he's behind the other two. He is. He's just a whole entire lap ahead of them. Trying to get around these two here. Parks last pitted on lap 16, so he will have to come into the pits soon. Looks like these guys' pit lane time is about 30 to 40 seconds here, somewhere in that nature. So depends on how much fuel and how much tires and everything else they're going to need. So with Parks currently having a 1 minute 8 second lead over Tyler Kakeko, I think he will safely be out in front when he pits and comes back out. We're on lap 32 here, 37 minutes down, 45 minutes to go. Check back in here. Hamilton managed to open that gap up to 3 seconds. Nickerson dropped back a little bit more. Oh, showing a crash out of Nickerson here. What happened? Oh, spins to the inside. Kinda dings the front end, dings the rear end. I don't see major damage though. A very rare instance to see Nickerson make a mistake, but just goes to show you how hard these top three have been pushing all race. So let's go back through the field here. And Mason Smith and Nick Nickerson. This is your current closest battle on track. So Mason looking to get onto the podium here tonight. We'll have to see here. That Merc is definitely going to be getting a big sniff of draft. As Hamilton would say, give me the big suck. And Mason is looking at, is he going to try to go inside here? He's going to take the inside here into the corner. Will he have enough to hang it through? It does appear so. Have to wonder if Nick has any weird aero damage. As you can see, he looks a little hesitant on the turn in there, making sure it doesn't bite him again. But that has put number 8, Mason Smith, into your podium positions here in GT3. Checking in back over here where Parks de la Cruz. Parks pitted on lap 33 now, so he still... Did he have more than complete? Is it saying he still has a minute? It looks like SDK is just being a little ridiculous here. Only 9 seconds yet. I believe Parks, I think it is now correct. About 43 seconds as we will... Yep, that's about the right distance on track for these guys for that to be true. Alright. As we will get back over here and let's watch this battle between Nickerson and Smith. Slowly looks like Mason is able to pull out just a wee little bit on Nickerson. You can see just a little bit of wrinkled up damage on that Porsche. We will check real quick the off tracks that we're showing for these drivers. Mason showing 10, Nickerson only showing 2. I'm guessing those are the ones where he had his little incident. But to show you the difference here between Tyler Kakeko and Powell Casca, that's another half a second battle. As we are down to about 3.5 minutes to go here in this GT race, coming at you from virtual Canadian Motorsport Parkway. Like, Park, not Parkway. You can see that is going to bring Powell right back up to the back of Tyler Kakeko as they go around the 12 machine of Dave Tilford. Dave's gap here to Kelly, 10 seconds. Looks like Kelly has slowly been able to pull away now that he is not right on that back bumper of Kelly. Kelly kind of just running out here in no man's land, about 5 seconds back off Nickerson. As we are going to pull up these lap times here and see, over the last lap, looks like Ponzi took 6/10 out of him, but slowly but surely looks like Hamilton maybe made a mistake or had to be passed and they caught him that way, but Hamilton definitely looking to add some more quick laps in here. You know, you see those 15.9s just clicking off. Yeah, it's only a 10th or 2 off of qualifying pace, so good job out of Hamilton there. Nickerson here about a half a second off the back of Mason. We'll have to keep that in mind here. As we see, oh, Powell Casca going a little wide there, trying to get around Kelly Pointer. Put it in the grass. Luckily he didn't catch the wall. Yeah. That's definitely a thing there in turn 2. You can take a little bit of a wrong line. It doesn't take much. You did the wrong thing for a second there. It's trying to yawn. Been a long day. As we will go back here. Checking Craig Potter. You know, early on got just kind of been running his race, you know, not seeing many off tracks out of him. Looks like he's had a fairly uneventful night, running here in 7th place in GT3. Good showing also for Tyler Bramble here in 5th in LMP2. Haven't seen a bunch of off tracks in him, saw one a little earlier tonight, but definitely seems to be making some progress in these LMP2s. So, still not showing any drop frames so far tonight, so hopefully that has been completely fixed. I'm about to open a window here in a second, but with 15 seconds left, we're going to be watching Park Stella Cruz here. Should be taking the white flag this time around. Thaddeus Marshall just kicking in the fastest lap all race with a 107.43. 300s faster than Parks' previous best here. Oh no, showing an accident here for Powell Casca. See what happens. Goes to the outside of Ponzi. Oh, into the wall, spins it. And that front is not turning there. Is he going to try to make it another lap? Oh, missing the pit entrance. That's going to hurt. Looks like he might be able to make left turns, but the right turns maybe not quite so much. Let's see here. What we have? Flag out here. Showing Park Stella Cruz is finished. Got a little bit of time here for Tyler Kakeko trying to make his way through the GT3s. And don't think, let's see. Ooh. Powell trying to make it back around to finish this race in third, keep on the podium. But Thaddeus Marshall, already had. Thad not going to get a chance to try to get that lap back, even if he beats Powell to the line. Powell kind of saved by the bell here, but he will have to actually make it to the end. So pretty good for having one wheel not quite connected. Alright, as you see the 39 machine back there of Tyler Bramble finishing. Alright, let's pull up our results here real quick. As we have your... We'll do GT3 first. Christopher Hamilton taking your win, 5 seconds over second place Tim Ponzi. Third will be Mason Smith. Fourth will be Nick Nickerson. Fifth, Kelly Porter. Dave Tilford in sixth. Craig Potter in seventh. Tim Thompson in eighth. Aviv Vishvasam in ninth. John Crane in 10th. As we will pull up our LMP2s here. Park Stella Cruz taking your win, 47 seconds ahead of Tyler Kakeko. Third place will be Powell Casca. Fourth, Thaddeus Marshall. And fifth, Tyler Bramble. All right, let's see here. Who is in the broadcast waiting room like they are supposed to be? Guys. Let's see. I'm going to go pull them in here real quick. All right. So, let's see. Who do we have here? Who are we going to grab first? I think... Well, I don't see Mason, so... Tell you what, we're going to start with the LMP2s tonight. We're going to drag... Powell, this is John in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
So, we kind of worried about actually managing to hold on to third there with that last little incident.
Yeah, it kind of sucked. I went a little too wide trying to overtake, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
at least I kept it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like you had a few little small off tracks tonight. Burned your fast repair a little early. Or no, you didn't burn it. You looks like you decided to stay out with that little bit of front end damage from when you and Thad got into each other there in Moss.
Yeah, I was thinking that it was going to give me more fuel because for some reason I was up by 2 laps from Parks.
Wow.
I thought it was saving me fuel, so I was like, I'm not going to repair it.
It looks like you were maintaining it. It looks like Parks just had a little bit of too much pace for everyone tonight.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It was unfortunate that Thad from early on spun out.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure he was a little vocal about that in the chat.
He doesn't know what happened, nor do I. So
yeah, it looked like he just kind of went off.
From his
Um,
yeah, I mean, from his perspective, I think what he was saying that he was inside Tyler's car, and then it spun him out.
uh, yeah, it definitely looked odd on this thing. I got it on the broadcast, so y'all can go back and watch that. But so next week, Spa, you looking forward to it? No- Oh, that was weird. So you looking
I
forward to next week to Spa?
I am. It was it's what track I know, so I've done the 24 hours on that track, so we'll see.
So if it could rain, would you want it to?
I don't care. It would make it more exciting.
That's definitely true. You know, we might be able to break our previous core record for off tracks. I think Carl took that at 87. So,
Mm-hmm.
well, all right. Well, anybody you want to give a shout out to on that 221 machine?
Shout out to everyone at 212 and to Tyler for giving me a good tow at the end there. It was tough keeping up, but it was fun. And and shout out to you guys. You guys do an awesome job.
Well, we appreciate it. Thanks, and hopefully we'll catch you next week.
Sounds good.
All right. That was third place, Powell Casca. We're going to bring Tyler, the Canuck Kageko here into the booth. Tyler, get a copy.
I hear you.
So probably not the finish you wanted tonight, but
You know what? No, but all said and done, I don't understand how that happened. Like, I know I took too much curb and put it in the wall, but to go from being a lap down to finishing lead lap in second, yes, it was 47 seconds back, but I don't understand it.
it's because you only had to pit twice.
The once, I think, wasn't it?
Well, you pitted once for the incident, and then once
Yeah.
for fuel. So you're in there
Oh, yeah.
twice.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, I guess I took my one stop early.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
finished
I was
with
curious how well that would work out for you. I wasn't quite sure you would have enough.
I
So
finished with less than a liter of fuel remaining. Like, I think it was like 0.3 laps.
yeah, I imagine those things don't run very long on that amount of fuel. Like I would be
No,
worried with a dirt bike with that much fuel.
a full like if I had 100% fuel, you can go 38 minutes, give or take a little bit, and then the sprint setup in the normal races is 60% fuel, and then we run 50% fuel. So
Well,
you're getting like 18, 19 minutes on a run.
well, you know, Carl, he likes his fuel strategies and whatnot. So
But
yeah,
yeah, but all said and done, I'll take another P2
I'm
after
sure
that.
you would. Yeah, unfortunately, James didn't come out to demote everybody by one spot tonight.
I'm okay with that.
I
Hey,
figured
and
you
you
might
know
be.
what? I'm still on my streak. I've gotten a podium every race so far,
Hey,
and I
that's
really didn't
not a
think I would
bad
have
one.
it.
But yeah, it definitely was. How was trying to get around the GT3 tonight? Any issues there?
Uh, there were a few times where I definitely sent it, and the GT3's paying attention, giving me space helped. But like through turn one, turn two, the S's, well, the start of the S's, you could pass around the outside with really no issue. You had to have a little bit more of a lift, but it wasn't too bad.
One of those things. The GT3s have to know you're doing it, and it's okay. Otherwise, turn
Yeah,
two, there's a big chance that you might not have the room you expect if they don't know you're coming.
yeah, you have to get it done before you reach the bottom of turn two. Like if you can get alongside on the entry, you can skirt around the outside and be clear on the exit. But if not, like I know I ended up getting into Tim a little bit when I was right behind Parks for that same reason, where he was like you exit wide in the GT3 and I was there. But
Yeah, I saw
we
you go
both
around
survived.
Mason, and you can see Mason correct and give you that little bit of room necessary.
Oh yeah, well towards the end, I'm not exactly proud of it, but I was sending it a little bit more to try to catch Powell and then stay ahead of him.
Well, all right. Well, you looking forward to Spa next week?
I won't be there for the next
Oh,
2.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Well,
14 on, 14 off, but I'll be there for Sebring.
well, I thought you had a little mini rig on a table.
Yeah, I ended up upgrading to a desk my roommate gave me. So it's too low though. Like if I was sitting like an inch closer, I'd be hitting my knees every time I turned.
I mean, race anyway. Don't lose the points.
Well, I'll be at work for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, so no off. So you have to work while the race is going.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm 2 p.m. to 2 a.m., 14 on, 14 off.
that's just disgusting.
Yep. No more championship hopes for me, but I'll be here for the next season and after that. But I'll race 2 weeks off, 2 weeks, just hang out with the guys and have some fun. Hopefully, be in the broadcast booth again.
Well, congratulations, and we'll catch you in a couple weeks then.
Sounds good. I'll be there for Sebring.
All right, that was second place, Tyler Kakeko. Let's bring our winner, Parks Dela Cruz, in. Parks, you get a copy.
Hi, John.
So,
So,
did you race tonight, or was that James behind the wheel? Just curious. 47 seconds ahead. I have to ask.
no, I'm here. I'm sitting in my seat
Yeah.
with my Thrustmaster stuff, and not Fanatec and all that. Yeah. Not
You
really
had a little
sure
bit of
what
help
happened.
out of everyone else having some off tracks, and in true Parks fashion, I believe. Did you zero X tonight?
That's correct. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't have to lift a finger. It's just a lot of unfortunate incidents with everyone else. So can't really say too happy, to win this, but whatever. I'll take it.
So, congratulations, and you looking forward to next week at Spa?
Uh, I'm very decent at Spa, so yeah, I'd say I'd look forward to that.
So, here's the real question: if rain could be turned on for next week, would you want it to be?
I'd be fine with any conditions, like the intermediate or full or just bone dry. I'll be just happy to see it at all, honestly, even if it means that I find myself inside a tire barrier.
Well, congratulations, and hopefully we'll catch you next week.
Thank you very much.
All right, that was Parks Dela Cruz, your winner in LMP2. I'm going to go over to our GT3s over here, and we will bring in Mason. Where is he? Mason's right there. Mason, this is John in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
So, managed to sneak third away from Nick there. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You enjoyed driving the Merc tonight, or was it a handful and a half?
It was half of a handful, It's just I got the speed but not the handling, and not, well, it handled fairly okay, but it's just it just didn't click. I thought I made a good choice, but again, like, the Merc is like the backbone, and it's not that really good as I thought it would be, compared to Porsches once again. But hey, at least I got a top 3 out of it. Took some luck out of it, and yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely. I remember the last time we ran this here. I picked the Porsche over the Merc because it just seemed like the Merc was so not happy over the bumps. So,
Yeah, yeah,
so next week is Spa. You looking forward to that one?
I am, and I might not pick. I might as well just lay off the Merc, because
Well,
I
I
it's
mean, you got those long straights. That big old V8 can let it eat.
I know that. It's just when it's just the problem, like you said, it doesn't like curbs that much. Even though I didn't have a severe problem with them, it's very, very happy, and I think it and you know, I just think it's not really good car to run. Maybe a good car. I'm not sure. I would have to test that, but I'm definitely
I
not.
remember from
Probably
running the last Spa 24, the Porsche can be a little bit of a handful through Blanchimont. So
so. I might as well jump back to that car again. Who knows? But yeah, next week, no work. Hopefully.
so the real question is, if rain's possible next week, would you want it?
You know, I don't mind for it. I think it'll be a really good challenge for us to drive in the wets and probably have it rain the first half and then second half be the dry. But that all depends on what what they want to do with it, what Carl wants to do with the league, if they want rain or not. I don't mind it, and if they do, I think it's a good challenge.
Well, before we let you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to on that
Um,
Merc there?
well, for getting me third, but not first. But thanks to you and the broadcast, and to my family and everyone that watches every week.
All right. Well, hopefully we will catch you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
Yeah. All right, and then now we will bring in. Let's see, that was Mason and Ponzi. Where are you hiding? Yep, there you are. Tim, this is John in the booth. You get a copy.
Got a copy.
So second place, maybe not where you expected when you started tonight, but definitely a good drive out of you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Chris had a hell of a pit stop, and it sounds like he took 2 tires, which is something I should have done.
Yeah, sitting
For
here
sure.
looking, 13 points. Let's see. Oh, it's showing Chris's last pit time was 2.9.
That's a pretty good pit stop.
Oh, I'm guessing y'all went back to the pits after the race.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say. If he only had a 2.9, he should have been way far ahead of you there. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was about a second faster. I said it, whatever the time was in the broadcast, but definitely, yeah, I did not expect to see Chris being the one to jump. I saw Nick come in early, and I was like, okay, because he was right on your tail the entire time.
Right. Yeah, we were pretty good on pace. We were, real tight. I was noticing, I'd give a little here, he'd give a little there. Yeah, I knew Chris was just hanging out. I seen he wasn't going anywhere, so I saw Nick went for the undercut, so I tried to put good laps in and just couldn't. They were decent, but they weren't nothing that sets the world on fire. And then I had a good pit stop. Come out, I was 1.2 ahead of him, and then the next thing I know, here comes Chris out of the pits next to me. So, and then he had great pace. He just I couldn't keep. I kept pace with him, but knowing now that he took 2 tires. And then towards the end of the race, I was slipping and sliding all over the place. I just backed it down, so I didn't. I felt bad. I just want to apologize to Powell for I lost it in that last sector. It's just everything I had to hold on to it, and I ended up pushing him wide. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Luckily, Thad had a little bit of an issue, so I don't think he could have lost any spots at that point anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not what Powell wanted to hear, but.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But no, it
sure.
definitely was an interesting race watching the three of y'all just on top of each other all race. Going to Spa next week. You looking forward to that?
I love it. It's my favorite track on the service, man. I can't wait.
So, if rain was a possibility for next week, would you want it?
No, not
so
yet.
You're the first person to say no to that question tonight.
Not at Spa, and although that's what Spa does, it rains at Spa. But I love that track. I know it well. I just want a nice, clean slate to race with these guys with. It's a lot of fun, when you get at this level with these guys, and it's a blast. So.
Well, I do appreciate the three of y'all staying stacked on top of each other. Is always something to watch. So,
That's good.
congratulations on the second. Hopefully, we'll catch you next week.
Hey, hopefully I'll talk to you.
All right. That was second place, Tim Ponzi, and now we're going to pull our GT3 winner in Chris Hamilton. Chris, this is John in the booth. You get a copy.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So, at what point did you actually think that the undercut on the pits was going to work?
I think I did an overcut, and I was the
Or
only
sorry,
one.
overcut. Yeah, you did the over. Nick did the
Uh,
under that failed.
I did not think it was going to work until like I saw that the pit surface was done. The difference was is that I took tires. I took left sides, and it restabled my car a little bit, and I was able to drive away.
Yeah, definitely. I was curious if you were just kind of hanging out back there trying to save a little extra fuel to shorten the pit stop time, maybe, or.
No. I mean, I wasn't pushing as hard as the front two in front of us, or in front of me, because the car was very unstable if you attacked. So slower was faster tonight, especially because it probably caught a couple of us out. The tires run happy, low fuel, weight was getting thrown everywhere. It was just you needed to maintain the balance of the car.
Oh, absolutely. It's what cost me a win here to Tyler a couple seasons ago. One of those. I was like, oh, I got this easy. And then realized he had put in one or two quick laps. I started trying to push to maintain the gap and just burn through the tires. It's a hard thing to hold off on. So,
But yeah, maintaining the balance, and then they were talking about taking left sides or taking tires. I was like, I'm the third one back here, so I was like, let me try something different, because I was like going back and forth the tire, and then the eye got loose, and I was like, yep, I want tires.
I was gonna say in these GT races, every time I would always at least take two. I mean, it's free. You can get two for free. Just don't take fronts or rears. Make sure they're lefts or rights.
Yeah, I got the set for the NASCAR stuff, so it kind of worked out in the end.
Well, congratulations, and looking forward to Spa next week.
I think I'll be here. I have to check my schedule, but if I am, yeah, let's go to Spa and let's have a good time there.
So, with season 2 release coming out and the rain incoming, if it was possible, would you want it?
At least give us a heads up if it is gonna happen, or it's gonna be all like, we're gonna like put a PSA to check the weather. People like, all right, rain is not forecasted, okay, or rain is forecasted, whatnot. If it's gonna, I would at least want to have at least one test race before we do the league stuff. But if it happens, it happens.
Well, the back of my mind says it's a Carl setup session. There's a 50% chance iRacing won't do what Carl told it to. And it might not be his fault if it rains.
Well, in that case, you're gonna be having one of the hilarious thing watching all of us figure it out. But thank you for the broadcast. Thank you to Parks for the fun paint scheme. It was actually a stupid idea from the Mazda race. Like, it'd be funny, the safety car on the GT3 car, and he did it in the night, and it came out amazing. It threw everybody off. Really funny.
Oh yeah, in practice, when it pulled it up on the little thing, I'm like, wait, that's what's going on? Like, I was sitting there looking at trading paints, trying to figure it out.
No, so, it was Parks. It was Parks' creation. He did that.
Well, I did a wonderful job. And anybody you want to give a shout out to on that 64 machine for tonight?
Other than Parks, a huge shout out to all the racers out there. It was a pretty darn good race. It came down to strategy and making the least amount of mistakes. And thank you for the broadcast, John.
Not a problem, and hopefully we will catch you next week.
All right, to catch you then.
All right, that was our winner, Chris Hamilton. We'll go through the results here real quick. First being Hamilton in GT3, then Ponzi, Mason Smith in third, Nick Nickerson in fourth, Kelly Pointer in fifth, Dave Tilford in sixth, Craig Potter in seventh, Tim Thompson in eighth, Avi Vishuvasam in ninth, John Crane in 10th. And going over here to LMP2, you have Parks Dela Cruz taking the win, Tyler Kikeko in second, Powell Casca in third, Thaddeus Marshall in fourth after that incident in the wall early on, and Tyler Bramble in fifth. And so from everybody here at Core Racing, y'all have a wonderful night, and we will catch you next week.